The problem is not that Putin is smart, which of course he's smart, but the real problem is that our leaders are dumb. Dumb. So dumb.
Vladimir Putin was born on October 7, 1952, in Leningrad, Soviet Union, now St. Petersburg, Russia. He has been a dominant figure in Russian politics for decades, who has served as President of Russia for 4 terms and as the country's Prime Minister for 2 terms. Putin served as a foreign intelligence officer for 16 years, rising to the rank of lieutenant colonel. His father, Vladimir Putin Sr., was a factory worker, and his mother, Maria Putin, was a homemaker. Putin had 2 older brothers, Albert and Victor, both of whom died in childhood. Putin's family lived in poverty in a communal apartment with several other families after World War II. Putin showed an interest in sports from a young age, particularly in martial arts and sambo. He is a judo enthusiast and holds a black belt in the martial art. He has often demonstrated his judo skills in public appearances and has written a book about judo titled Judo: History, Theory, Practice. He also developed a passion for spy novels, which would later influence his decision to join the KGB. Putin attended school number 193 in Leningrad, where he was known for his intelligence and discipline. After graduating from high school, he enrolled at Leningrad State University, where he studied law. During his university years, Putin became involved in the communist youth organization, the Komsomol, and joined the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. In 1975, Putin joined the KGB and underwent training at the KGB school in Moscow. He was then assigned to the 1st Chief Directorate, where he worked as a foreign intelligence officer. Putin was stationed in East Germany from 1985 to 1990, where he monitored the activities of foreigners and maintained contacts with Soviet citizens living in the country. Putin's time in the KGB had a profound impact on him and shaped his worldview. He developed a deep-seated distrust of the West and a belief in the importance of a strong, centralized state. After the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991, Putin returned to Leningrad and took a job at the International Affairs section of the Leningrad State University. He also became involved in local politics, serving as an advisor to the mayor of St. Petersburg, Anatoly Sobchak. In 1996, Putin moved to Moscow and joined the presidential staff under President Boris Yeltsin. In August 1999, Yeltsin appointed Putin as prime minister, and in December of that year, Yeltsin resigned, making Putin the acting president. Putin's handling of the Second Chechen War and his tough stance on terrorism helped him win the presidential election in 2000. In July 2020, a controversial constitutional referendum passed, allowing him to potentially remain president until 2036. In 2021, he intensified his crackdown on political opposition, most notably targeting Alexei Navalny, whose imprisonment sparked international condemnation. In February 2022, Putin launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, drastically altering global geopolitics. The war drew widespread sanctions from the West, isolated Russia economically, and led to tens of thousands of casualties. Despite military setbacks and growing internal dissent, Putin maintained a firm stance, portraying the conflict as a necessary defense against NATO expansion. As of 2025, Putin remains a dominant figure in Russian politics. He continues to centralize power, restrict dissent, and shape Russia's future in defiance of Western pressure, all while navigating a costly and prolonged war that has reshaped Russia's place in the world. Putin's presidency has been characterized by a strong centralization of power, a crackdown on political dissent, and a resurgence of Russian nationalism. Despite criticism from some quarters for his authoritarian tendencies, Putin remains a popular figure in Russia, admired for his strong leadership and for restoring Russia's status as a major player on the world stage. Putin is known for his love of animals and has been photographed interacting with various animals, including tigers, horses, and dogs. He has been involved in conservation efforts for endangered species, such as the Siberian tiger. Putin once stated, "I love the Beatles," and said that his favorite song was Yesterday. Putin's personal wealth is a subject of speculation, with estimates ranging from modest to significant. However, due to the secretive nature of Russian politics, his true wealth remains unclear. In 2017, the Russian leader's wealth was estimated to hover around $200 billion in assets, making him the wealthiest person on the planet. Among the luxuries that have been linked to Putin's friends and family, but never directly to him, are a $100 million mega yacht and a Black Sea palace allegedly built for Putin's personal use. On paper, the Russian leader looks like a humble bureaucrat. In 2018, Putin submitted an official income declaration that shows he owns an 800-square-foot apartment in St. Petersburg, along with 2 Soviet-era cars and an off-road truck. Putin was married to Lyudmila Shkrebneva from 1983 to 2014. The details of his personal life have been largely kept out of the public eye, with Putin preferring to maintain a private persona despite his high-profile position. In addition to his political career, Vladimir Putin has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize twice, in 2014 and 2021. These nominations reflect efforts by some to recognize his role in international diplomacy and peace efforts, particularly in areas such as Syria and Ukraine. However, Putin's presidency has also been marked by controversy, including allegations of human rights abuses and authoritarian tendencies. Despite this, Putin remains a dominant figure in Russian politics, admired by some for his strong leadership and criticized by others for his approach to governance. As one of the most influential leaders in the world, Putin's legacy is likely to be a subject of debate and scrutiny for years to come.